Hello, welcome to the channel The Dry Omas. I'm your host Carmen. In the episode of today, we're going to talk about several translations of the Saqqara coffins that I will be posting in my blog, thedryomas.blog. It's very important to say, and I want to make a disclaimer that this translation is not in the books of the pious of Alexander El Azhar. This translation is of my own, using his methodology. I may have mistakes, and that is why it's important that more people learn this methodology of translation in order we can compare them. So let's begin. When were these texts written in the coffins? We are talking about two periods of times. The coffins exist before the Great Flood as the Empire of Egypt was founded. However, the text writing in the coffins is after the Great Flood, after the heat. Why? Because if you have seen the Mad Max movie, it's a documentary of what happened later. It's exactly in this period of time when all the technology was lost. Even if they survive and they have something, there are only few remnants prevail. What is the basis for my argument? Well, because it's written there. You just have to translate correctly, and it's written in the boxes. So, from all Saqqara boxes or coffins, only one has text, and they refer to the war of the gods, the war of the eagle against the snake. The coffin with text was already damaged. So, in my opinion, that is why they wrote them, because it was more like handmade. So, in my opinion, they thought it is already damaged, and due to the fact that the technology was lost, it was more like a warning for future generations. Some other coffins are damaged as well, but these damage are more new recently because when they found it, they couldn't open and they tried with dynamite. That is why they are damaged. But this damage is different to this one when the texts were written. The text written there, the lines are not straight. They are not precise like in the pyramids. And it's more like they were using like a pen or an stilo, and they write it like with hand and very fast. Like okay, I'm just to write something like a graffiti. But let's begin. Take a look at the disease. We reduce the foreign race to ashes. Father B. proceed, inspired by God, he did the destruction of the mood. This part is. He did the destruction of the mood. That is why the written is after the great flood. Around the world, not only in Egypt, you will find evidence of a lot of buildings buried in mud. Actually, in the 19th century, Egypt is still covered by sand. For example, we have this famous painting of Napoleon with the Sphinx. And this temple, for example, in Comombo. There is recently new that all the old buildings has been discovered, but in the past they were buried by mud or with sand. Let's continue. The submission by the grab of the hair of the exquisite pale is over. To be attentive to the father, to resign oneself to the destruction of the berry. Pale is the snake, bere is the eagle. That is why they are talking about the word of the eagle against the snake. In many temples, you will find this expression grabbed by the hair. For example, in this temple of Edfu. And let's remember that for 5,000 years, the snake was the ruler of this world. The Great Flood was a conflict between this world, the eagle and the snake. On the way to the big, the present be inexhaustible, poor be on its way. Ra laments, God Ra cries, the land of the pious is over. This last part of this translation, I'm struggling with these symbols, so it's not finished yet. But study, study, study is the only way. So this is one of the texts. In future videos, I'm going to be presenting more of the translation of these Saqqara coffins. So in the next video, we will talk about this guy, Constantine I, the first big reset in history and the exact point of time when started the biggest campaign to change from matriarchy to patriarchy was with this guy. So until the next time, bye bye.